So we're here with GlobalComix, and I want to ask you guys, tell us a little bit about what you do and why you guys are here today.
Sure. We are a digital platform for comics, manga, web comics, and everything from publishers through indie creators. We're here today to demo for the first time to the world our upcoming mobile app for tablets and phones.
Awesome. And that's for all tablets and phones, is that right?
That's right.
Awesome. And then you guys just had a big announcement just last week, is that right?
That is right. We are incredibly excited to say that with the launch of our app, we'll be going live with Image Comics, with Boom, Tokyo Pop, NBM Publishing, Archie, and a handful of others yet to be announced. So we're really looking forward to it.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Is there anything about us, anything about GlobalComix that you want us to know that to expect in the future or anything like that?
There's a lot of really cool stuff coming, but the most, I think, thing that people are waiting for the most is our partnership with the folks here at SourcePoint Press and Oxeye Media for print on demand, which we'll be launching later on this year.
Oh, that's really cool. I love that. Awesome.
So the app is built with one very big goal in mind. We need to be able to bring comics from tens of thousands of creators to become discoverable. And we've done that, and we've achieved that through a novel and unique way of filtering the discovery experience. There's two main sections for that. There's the home experience, which has different streams on a publisher, webcomics, manga, indie, and your library kind of filter. And then you have on the browsing and discovery section, where you have a lot of different filters, right? And so you can filter the discovery list by types of comics, so manga, webcomics, graphic novels, comics, etc. By genre, by format or layout, so whether it's a vertical scroll or it's traditional print, whether it's free or paid, whether it's by creators or publishers. You can even find comics that have active crowdfunding campaigns right now and start reading and go directly in to finding the campaign. Check this out. So right now we'll filter the live result set by campaigns that are active. We're gonna pick one of them. I don't know, let's pick this one. And the first thing that you'll see in here when you open up the comic info is there's a crowdfunding campaign right there. This is a tool built in to help creators enable discovery for their own monetization. So in this case, you can see, you tap the thing and you're directly in on the crowdfunding campaign in the browser. But let's go back in here and let's look at the actual reading experience itself. Right now we're on a tablet, and so it's defaulting to a double page experience in which you can read as much as you want. You have very easy pinch and zoom, and you actually can pan while you are pinching and zooming. You can do a double tap for single hand reading, and so on and so forth. The reading experience is also customizable for you as a reader. If you don't prefer a double page, you can actually go and choose different layouts. So you can do single page, for example. And now you have that. If I do this, this might be more of a single page mode, right? You can also lay it out as a vertical scroll. So that kind of just stacks the images and you can consume and consume and consume and consume and consume.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump ahead to the end for a second, because there's not very good Wi-Fi speed here.
That's all right.
And when you get to the end, obviously give a reaction. You can add comments to the discourse. And so on and so forth. Speed notwithstanding at this time. Recommendations, more of what you'd like depending on what exactly it is that you're reading. And this more of what you like happens even on the comic level. So you can find related. You can see what you have in your library or not. Well, let's add something to the library. There we go. So when you add it to the library, you filter it by reading status. In this case, I want to read this later, so I'm just gonna stick it in there and add it to the library. Now let's see what happens. Where does that actually show up? Let's exit the reading mode for a moment. I'm gonna rotate back, and let's go into your library. So now, planning to read. And everything that I just added is in there. It's filtered by, here's what I'm reading right now, here's what I'm planning to read. I'm in a rereading status, I finished, or I dropped these series. Beyond that, you can customize and filter your library as you wish. And if you want to manage it, you go into the library through your shelf, and you can categorize and search and find everything that is available to you that you've already added. In my case, you'll see that I have 338 in reading. That's a little bit of a demo thing on my side. However, I do read a lot of comics, so there's some truth to that. But beyond that though, the thing that is most important here is that whether you are someone that care about vertical scroll and webcomics and this type of stuff, or you're a manga reader, or you're here for the bigger publishers, or you're an indie fan, this app actually offers you everything that you want and more. With more Wi-Fi speed.
So when you were doing the double page thing, that like blew my mind. Is that something that like,
Yeah.
like
Well,
as a
the
comic-
in the stackable, I really like the stackable. How you have
I could see
options for
myself
that.
using that actually.
Yeah.
I could see myself using that.
Check this out. If you like that, hopefully this white internet is better than that one.
Yeah, it's all hit or miss, but
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go into this book by Source Point Press. So when you're on single page, you know, it works really well on the phone. But you can do double page. And here's where I'm gonna blow your mind for a moment.
yep. Yeah, I mean that's just a game changer. That's like actually just
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. 100%.
All right, here, all yours.
Okay, yeah, TKO, yep. Wow. Oh, I also liked so when you were demoing how you can add something. It's not just adding something. You can further organize it even further. It's like, yeah, I want to do. I'm planning to read this, or I dropped this even, which sometimes is the case. And I'm kind of a nerd. I like to keep track of that kind of stuff, like the things I drop. So that makes a lot of sense.
Well, that too, right? But we want to be able to say, okay, well, I know that you read this and you didn't want to read it, so I don't make that suggestion to you later when I say, here's some cool stuff to try.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, so this is a real nerdy question, right? Sometimes you I'm reading comics on my iPad, right? Try to zoom in, and the quality gets all blown out, right? So I was curious if this has, what is it, like vector, right? So if you zoom in, it doesn't degrade the quality.
It's not vectorized,
Gotcha, yeah.
but the resolution of the files is pretty high.
It's already high enough that if you were to zoom in, it's not even noticeable. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.